Navy Federal was just fined $95 million. Now, this is late breaking news. So as you can see, this is published on Credit Union Times, and this is November 7th, and this just came out. So Navy Federal is in hot water again. So they were fined $95 million for illegal overdraft fees. So the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, is ordering Navy Federal to refund more than $80 million to customers and stop charging illegal overdraft fees, as well as pay a $15 million civil penalty. All right. So as you guys know, Navy Federal has been in the news a lot over the past couple of years, from discrimination claims on minorities. And now the CFPB has ordered them to pay $95 million. So let's just go over this. I haven't read up on this, but I just wanted to share this late breaking news. So it says the CFPB said Thursday that it fined Navy Federal $95 million for surprise overdraft fees on certain ATM withdrawals and debit card purchases from 2017 to 2022. So that's over a 5-year period where Navy Federal was finessing their customers by charging them illegal overcharge fees. So the Navy Federal issued a response saying that it fully cooperated with the CFPB's investigation and will continue to comply with applicable laws and regulations. They were pretty much illegally charging customers overdraft fees for nearly 5 years, according to this investigation. So from 2017 to 2022. So that's for 5 years. So if you have a Navy Federal account, there's probably a good chance that you were charged illegally for overdraft fees, right? As part of this, so the CFPB ordered Navy Federal to refund more than $80 million to consumers. So Navy Federal is going to be cutting you a check if they did, in fact, illegally charge you overdraft fees, right? So they're ordered to stop charging illegal overdraft fees and pay a $15 million civil penalty to the CFPB's Victims Relief Fund. It said $95 million is the largest amount that the CFPB has ever obtained from a credit union for illegal activity. So Navy Federal, being the nation's largest credit union, got away with this for over 5 years, right? So it says the CFPB has reprimanded and fined Navy Federal only twice before. So think about all the things they've probably been doing over the past, whoever knows how long, and finally got caught for this. And this was a whole investigation. So it says they've only been reprimanded and fined twice. So the first instance was in 2016. They ordered Navy Federal to pay $28.5 million for improper debt collection practices. The second was last week when it fined ViStar Credit Union, and that's another big credit union in Jacksonville, Florida, $1.5 million in civil penalties that will go to the CFPB's Victims Relief Fund and refund member accounts for any fees that were charged as a result of a weeks-long outage in May of 2022. This is coming directly from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So let's just read exactly what this says. And again, this was published today, November 7th. So it says Navy Federal, the Bureau issued an order against Navy Federal Credit Union headquartered in Vienna, Virginia. Navy Federal is the largest credit union in the United States with more than 13 million members with ties to the Armed Forces, Department of Defense, Air National Guard. And so they found that from 2017 through 2022, Navy Federal engaged in unfair practices in violation of the Consumer Financial Protection Act of 2010 when it charged overdraft fees on debit card purchases and ATM withdrawals when customers' accounts had insufficient funds at the time of the transaction settled, even though they had sufficient funds when they made the transaction. So Navy Federal knew members were not likely to understand these unanticipated overdraft fees. The Bureau also found that through November 2020, Navy Federal engaged in unfair acts and practices by charging overdraft fees when it delayed in posting credits to members' accounts from funds received through person-to-person payment networks, even though those funds appeared to members to be available for immediate use. The order prohibits Navy Federal from charging either overdraft fees and require it to pay at least $80 million in consumer redress and 15 million civil money penalty. So just think about that. Navy Federal almost got away with 80 something million dollars in illegal fees, right? And I know a lot of times, when working with a lot of these big institutions, you think, or maybe you assume or give them the benefit of the doubt that they're doing the right thing. But had it not been for this investigation in the CFPB, Navy Federal pretty much would have got away with over $80+ million in illegal fees. Just think about how much money that is that they were getting illegally from the members of Navy Federal. So I just wanted to share this quick update with you. I mean, you definitely got to, pay attention to what's going on with your financial services, whatever banking institutions that you're using. And, sometimes you might see a charge or, a maintenance fee or anything like that. So oftentimes, you have to question that to see if that's even valid. So this is just another example. A lot of financial institutions have been in hot water recently, as the article mentioned, ViStar Credit Union down there in Jacksonville. And even more recently, TD Bank was embroiled in some, dilemmas as far as, illegal activities. And I'm actually going to do a follow-up video talking about how you could actually benefit when these financial institutions are caught and found for these illegal acts. So anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know your comments and questions down below. And until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.